Hi everyone, welcome to the fiction module. This module is pretty in-depth and it's going to take, I would guess, about 3 weeks to get through this. So there's a whole lot to this. So this video may be a little long. Bear with me as I go through my notes. All right, so first of all, the objective is to explore the education and value-driven role of picture books, many of which, of course, are fiction, and evaluate fiction and fantasy literature using literary criteria. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to explain to you what is fiction, what are the different genres that actually fall, or subgenres that fall under fiction, and what literary criteria are we talking about that you should be using when you're actually analyzing different books. So the different genres that we're going to cover that fall under fiction are folk tales, epics, legends, fables, and myths. And you've got an assignment called the Fiction Author Study. So I've pre-selected 5 authors that I personally enjoy, and also I'm really super familiar with their work and I find it valuable. So you're actually going to choose one of those and you're going to research that person and their works, and you're going to look at the rubric in detail and follow that criteria for that research project. Number 2, you're going to do a read aloud where you get to select your own children's book. So it can be a folk tale, a legend, a myth, anything that's fictional. It could even be like a children's book, since we're talking about picture books that has some really awesome pictures that you enjoy. You're going to do a read aloud, and your job is to read that on video and to bring it to life. So be expressive, exaggerate, use your body language, use your voice, use your facial expression, and really bring that to life. This is a children's literature class, not necessarily a storytelling class, but I think the two things are tied together. And so at some point in life, chances are most of us will read to either small children of our own. Maybe we're reading to children in a classroom setting. Whatever the case may be, it's just fun. And so I encourage you to do some research, really do some digging, and find a children's book that you really, really like and that you feel is an excellent example of an effective children's book in terms of really awesome illustrations, a good message, or maybe just a funny message, something that is child or student friendly, and really have fun with that. I'm going to have fun watching those videos. You're also going to do a student created story and read aloud. So you're going to write your own story. First, you're going to research what are the characteristics of fables, myths, epics. And then you're going to decide, do I want to write a fable? Do I want to write a myth? Or do I want to write an epic? And then you're going to make sure that you include all of those criteria. So fables have A, B, and C in them. My story has those same A, B, and C in them. You're then going to create either a handwritten book and hand illustrated, construction paper. I would say type it and print it and then cut it out and make it look like a book with illustrations. Or you can create an electronic book, which is fine, using any app that you want, where you have pages, pages where the children turn. Instead of having a whole big story all on one page, that's not how children's books are. Instead, you're going to break it up. Page 1, here's the illustration. The next section of the story on page 2, here's the illustration. The next part of the story on page 3, here's the illustration. Do you have to hand illustrate and be an artist to do this? No. You can use clip art or whatever you find online. And then you're going to create a video reading that book to us and actually showing it to us. So if you create an electronic piece, you're actually going to have to create a video in which we can see the story as you're telling it. So you're going to have like a voiceover probably. Although instead of a voiceover, I'd like to see your face over in the corner of that screen. And finally, you're going to post that video to a discussion board so that your peers can also watch your video and leave you feedback on your storytelling skills, your writing skills, etc. You will have some discussion questions over the next few weeks, and you will have a final quiz. So you will actually take a quiz, and it is not timed, but it is assumed that you have read the PowerPoint, done your research, watched all of the articles and videos that I have listed there for you in order to be successful on that final assessment. As always, late work is not accepted. Make sure that you're checking Canvas regularly. Make sure in your discussion forums that you're interacting in a really substantial manner with your peers. And please let me know if you have any questions or concerns as the week progresses. Do not wait until the due date to ask your questions. Thank you and have a great week.